Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. Welcome to our online class, A Kalaiva. Class 3, Subject Science, Lesson Living and Non-Living Things. See children, we have so many things around us. In that, we are on the earth, we have wonderful flowers, air, wind, animals, birds. Along with this, we are all living. No, these together what are called as ecosystem. This ecosystem has been considered as living things and non-living things. So now in this lesson, we are going to read about a brief of what are living things and non-living things. On our earth, we have wonderful things like flowers, birds, animals, plants, and the trees. No, along with this, we are living with that. By using this natural things, man made things. How it is? See this. For example, we have natural things of mountain, rain, sand, soil. No, by using this, even plants, trees around are natural things. By using this, man made things. So that type of things is called as man-made things or human-made things. So we have a tree. By cutting of a tree, can man-made things of table, chair, bed. We have a natural things of fruits. Okay, by using the fruit, man made things of fresh juice or jam, isn't it? So by all these natural things usage of, from that man made things. So this is called man made things. Things which are made by man. Okay, building, buses, bridges, all these are made by man. So those things are called man-made things. Things like animals, plants, rocks, clouds, the sun and the moon, stars have not been made by man. So these are considered as natural things. Living things and non-living things differ from many ways in that all man-made things and natural things are considered as non-living things. Then all humans, plants, animals are considered as living things. I hope you all have understand difference between the what are living things and what are non-living things. I repeat, the non-living things are man-made things and natural things. All humans, plants, animals are living things. Why these are alone considered as living things? These humans, plants, animals alone considered human things that we are going to see briefly in the features of living things. First one of living things feature is living things can move. So as a human being, animals are moving. Okay, why animals are moving means in search of foods. Without the movement, it cannot go and search of food for it, because a living being can make its food. A human being can make a food. Birds can go and search its food. Plant can prepare its own food, but animal cannot do that. No. So instead it is moving. Unless it move, it cannot take its food. So that only, and all the living things are moving. So animals okay. What about the plants? Plants also show its movement in such a way. For example, plants like touch me not, it show its movement slowly. How it's showing it slowly means it feels, it senses the thing which is going very nearer. When we walk around it, it feels, senses through it, it shows movement automatically, it will get close it. So like that, another example is sunflower. Sunflower also show its movement with a sense of sunlight. So it depends of sunlight, it will show its movement. When sun is in the east side, it will keep its head towards the east side. When its sun comes near the noon time, the middle means it will keep its head of flower in the middle of place. When the sun turns towards the west side means it will also show its movement through the west side. By the way, the plant is also showing its movement. This is the example of. So therefore, we can say that only living things move on their own. Human beings, we are also moving. Animals is also moving. Plants is also depends on its surrounding. All the plants also cannot move. Some few plants will show its movement. So just before I shown you those examples. These are the examples of living things can move. Opposite to this, non-living things cannot move. So next, why do living things need food? Sometimes you feel hungry, no? So what you do, you cannot wait for lunch or dinner to serve it. When you feel hungry, you will go and have it food, isn't it? So the that senses is having only to the living things. Without the food, just imagine 1 day, 2 days, even one during lunch. If you skip also, automatically by evening you will feel hungry, no? So this feel is having only by the living things. So without the food, living things cannot live. It gives a life to us. That food, when you eat a food, you feel get some energy. Through the energy, you can do some work, and it helps you to grow. So that is why all the living things need a food to live and to grow. So living things need a life, no? To want to live a life on the earth means we need a food. Okay, that food help us to grow. I hope by seeing this you can feel some hungry, no? See, just before I shown you the food items, that food will not taken by these non-living things. For example, when as a living being, if we eat when we feel hungry, if you give the food to this teddy bear, whether it can eat, definitely not, because it is non-living things. Next feature of living things is living things grow. Living things, how it's growing means, as I told you earlier, with the food. When we eat food, it helps us to live, and second, it helps us to grow. Okay, how it's showing is growing means a human baby grow into an adult, a chick grow into hen, a plants grow into a tree. So these are the example. So how does a new plant is growing means through the seed. So there are many way a plant can grow. In that, one way is from the seed a new plant can grow. So through the development of seedling, we can get a new plant. So it shows movement gradually. So it shows living things of plant can grow. Second, from the egg, chick can grow. This is happening due to development of its stage. So through the this is the second example of living things can grow. Among this, a small baby, okay, newborn baby or small child, they slowly, gradually are growing into an adult. So these changes shows only living things can grow. So even every year we are having a same home. Do you think next year is it growing? Definitely not. Because of what? It is a non-living things. All the non-living things cannot grow. Next one is living things feel. If you while walking, if you get hurt anywhere else, you can feel. The same thing is your the table also get feel. If you get hurt over the table, you can feel, but the same thing cannot happen in the by the table. Why? Because you are living things. Okay, when you feel, depends on your feel, you can laugh, you will cry, you will get angry, and you will feel some pain. All these senses having feels having only by the living things, not by the non-living things, isn't it? Next, living things breathe. So just imagine, with even if you hold a 1 minute a breathe, also it will give some difficulties. So we need to breathe. All the living things need a breathe. So which is helping for us to breathe air. So we breathe air. Human beings cannot live without breathing, isn't it? Animals have lungs, gills, or hair holes to breathe. So depends on the living things, it has an organ to live. For example, frog can live on earth by using a land, by using a lungs. But the same frog, when it is in the water, it uses its moist skin to live. So anyhow, it's a living, no. So likewise, all the living beings need a air to breathe. So as a human being, animals all are having a organs to breathe. Okay, likewise, it's different. The breathing organ is vary from other things. So, for example, butterfly, cockroach, in grasshoppers and all are also breathing because it is also a living thing. No, it is also breathing. But what is the part is helping to it means air holes is present on its body. That hair holes help it for breathing. Okay, what about plants? Plant is also living things. No, how it's breathing means through the naked eye. If you see, you cannot see any hair holes in it. But when you see through the microscope, you can see there is a air hole in it. That hole is called pores, tiny pores. That helps the plants or leaves to breathe in it. By this way, plants, animals, human beings are breathing. So it will have only by the living things, definitely not by the living things. See, this is the example. There is a one person and a rock. You can see there is a air bubble. It shows this your living being or human beings are breathing. The rock do not do breathe. Before itself, I explain. This lungs is the organ. This lungs is helps the living things of a human being, some animals for breathing. For the butterfly, air holes is help it for breathing. For the fish, this gills is help it for breathing. So these are the organs are helping the living things to breathe. Next one, living things reproduce. Living things, see, just imagine if the living things do not reproduce, after the no more life on the earth, definitely nothing will not live on the earth. So the life will exist with the living things because of these features of reproduction. For example, the hen gives the young one of a chick. Frog is also through the cycling process, it is also reproducing its young ones. Through that, it shows living things will reproduce. Likewise, dog will reproduce the young one of puppy. So cow can reproduce this calf. So many examples we can take that living things will do reproduce. Isn't it? I hope you all have understand this lesson. What are living things and what are non-living things? So living things can move, living things can breathe, feel, reproduce. There's many things are there. But opposite to this, non-living things do not breathe, do not move, do not grow, do not reproduce, and do not have feel. So this is about living things and non-living things is over. Thank you, children. We'll see you in the next class. Thank you. Take care.